Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife, and you can tell by our apparel, we are back home in Alaska.
Yes, we are.
It is Saturday morning, it's 15 degrees out, it feels colder than 15 degrees.
Yeah.
And we're going on a little adventure. Originally, I thought it was just gonna be me doing this.
Because I was still asleep 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago, Sherri was asleep. So I have to run out to the town of Palmer, Alaska, which is about an hour or so north, to drop off some work stuff to one of my team members for an event that she's doing tomorrow. And I thought, I'll just run out there, Sherri will keep sleeping, and I'll come home and we'll hang out the rest of the day. As I went into the bedroom to start getting ready, Sherri was just like, I'm gonna go with you. I was like, what? You're asleep. What are you talking about?
I might still be asleep.
Yet here she is. She wanted to come with.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful day. Totally clear skies. The sun is shining. I think it's going to be a beautiful drive. But we really need to help this one wake up. So I think stop number one today is it's going to be coffee. We've arrived at Aftershock, one of our favorite local drive-through coffee shops, to get our coffees for the road. Here's the dilemma though. It is cold and it's windy. I normally like iced coffees. It does not feel like an iced coffee day though.
No.
But I don't want a hot drink.
I do.
I think I'm gonna get an iced coffee.
You're crazy.
I know. Drinks acquired. Who needs a hot drink? Even when it's freezing cold outside. You. All right, so we're gonna hit the road now. And as we drive, we're gonna listen to a new podcast. It's called The Telepathy Tapes. I started listening to it a week ago or so, and I got like halfway through the first episode, and I was like, nope, I have to listen to this one with Sherri.
So he was telling me about it.
I feel like it's a podcast that we're both gonna enjoy. I'm curious if any of you have heard of it or have listened to it. So we have about an hour drive out to Palmer. So we're going to listen, drive, and enjoy the views.
Drink our coffees.
And drink our cold
Hot
coffees.
It is a beautiful day. You can see the sun hitting the mountains here. These mountains over here are kind of still in the shadow, but the sky is beautiful. We had a heavy frost come through, and all the trees are just covered in white. It's so pretty.
I'm pretty sure this is what Narnia looks like. Well, we've made it to Palmer, and you can tell we've made it to Palmer by the giant Bigfoot. We got a little bit of time before we are meeting our friend, so we're gonna stop here at the Bigfoot Art Gallery. We've never been here before, but I'm gonna be honest, the giant Bigfoot on the side of the building won me over. All right, I'm in love with this store. Oh my gosh, look at all of this stuff. I've never been here before. Hear the sounds of Alaska's Sasquatch, and you guys, there's a dog. Hi, I love you. Okay, this is one of the coolest stores I've ever been to. It is so random. We have like all sorts of art stuff, all sorts of Sasquatch stuff. Of course, like the Sasquatch masks, mugs, alien stuff. And then also like guitars, and next door is like a custom framing shop. I'm obsessed. All right, we are heading out. Look at that, they got a Triceratops, Bigfoot stuff. I wonder if Sherri would let me bring that home. What do you think, Sherri? Could I buy that? No? Okay. What an unexpectedly amazing stop that was. I'm already excited to go back to that store. Sherri bought some earrings. We bought a pair of earrings for a friend as a gift. This Bigfoot store, well, and art gallery, and place to buy guitars. Great way to start the day. All right, next stop. This is the real reason I think Sherri came on this trip. Fireside Books in Palmer. I think Sherri was like, oh, potential for a bookstore? Sure, I'll get out of bed.
I mean, we're here.
It's a good thing you're cute. So this is not a big bookstore, kind of a small little bookstore, but we always like stopping here whenever we're in Palmer. They have lots of things that Sherri likes, things like Emily Henry. Have you read Love at First Night? But doesn't it look like a U-book? Love at First Night. Oh, have you read Stay?
No, but I love all kind of news in the ground.
Have you read Under Lock and Key?
Yeah, this is on her newest book.
It's her newest book?
Yeah.
You're so cute. I love that they have an entire like Tolkien section. They have the Hobbit encyclopedia, the Hobbit illustrated by the author, and then more Tolkien books, pictures by J.R.R. Tolkien, and then a local author with Fabio, because why not? All right, bookstore is done. I think our time in Palmer's done. We met Rebecca. We went to a bookstore. We walked around another store. Palmer is a town, I don't know if we've talked about this, that we've said if we ever were to move out of Anchorage but stay in Alaska, I think Palmer's where we'd go.
I think so.
It's just got a cute little Hallmark town kind of feel, beautiful views of the mountains, very, I don't know, just like a cool small town feel.
Yep, I agree.
But it's only like 45, 50 minutes away from Anchorage, so you still have like a Costco close by,
yeah,
which is important to me.
Yeah.
But now I think we're gonna head back home. All right, we are back in Anchorage, stopping to get gas in the Jeep. And gas normally $3.34 a gallon. However, I had a 40-cent discount at the place that I am getting gas. And I'm very excited to see the total drop down below $3. It has been a long time that I have filled up here in Anchorage below $3 a gallon. We are home, and it's actually been a couple of hours. It is 4:45 now, so we've been home for a bit. On the drive home, Sherri Beth got a little bit of car sick, so she's not feeling super well. So she actually laid down, took a little nap in the dark and the silence when we got home. I took out the trash, I vacuumed the house, did a little bit of cleaning, because we have a friend coming over tonight, making a soup for dinner. I'm going to show you guys all of that. I'm very excited. It's a soup that we have not made before. I found it on TikTok, so you know it's going to be good. And then I think we might watch a movie later. So low-key night at home. Figure that's probably the best way to do it since Sherri's still not feeling good and it's cold outside. It just feels like a soup night. So let's make this soup. Okay, so this is a creamy Italian sausage and gnocchi soup. Here is everything we need. We've got onions and celery. I just bought the pre-chopped. We got carrots, spinach, gnocchi, Parmesan Reggiano, chicken broth, sun-dried tomatoes, Italian herb blend, Italian sausage, heavy whipping cream, and then I'm going to use garlic rather than like fresh garlic because it's what I have and I need to use it up. So this is everything we're going to need for the soup. I'm not going to show the entire recipe. I'm sure that if you just Google creamy Italian sausage and gnocchi soup, you will be able to find people much more professional than I showing you every single step of the way. I will show you some of it and I'll show you the end product because I think this is going to be, fingers crossed, really delicious. All right, we are making progress on the soup. Got the Italian sausage, onions, celery, garlic, the sun-dried tomatoes, and the Italian seasoning in there. Have not added any of the really wet ingredients yet, so I think I'm going to do chicken stock next, and then add the gnocchi for just a few minutes as well. All right, we have added in the chicken broth and added in the gnocchi. Now we want to let this boil for about 2 to 3 minutes, or come up to a boil, and then let it boil for about 2 to 3 minutes. While it's doing that, we are going to come over here and we're going to chop up the spinach. We need about 2 cups chopped spinach. All right, we've been at a boil for about 3 minutes. Now we just added our spinach. We're just going to add that in there until it wilts, which happens, as you can see, almost immediately. That's one of the things about spinach. In any dish, you can start out with what seems like a lot, but the second it heats up, it's like, hey, who stole all my spinach? Okay, look at that. Now we're going to put this down to low, right about there. And now we're going to add the heavy cream. Always one of my favorite parts of a creamy soup recipe, because this is just one of the times that it just absolutely transforms. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add the Parmesan Reggiano cheese. And then we are going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. Now as it simmers, it's going to thicken up. So I'm going to add some cheese, let it simmer, and then we'll check back on this in just a little bit. But so far, I gotta tell you, I think I'm gonna really like this recipe. Look who's awake.
Me.
Andy showered.
I'm showered.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
The road was just a little bit windy. We drove back to like a Clutna Lake area, which is ups and downs and lefts and rights and winds, and you just...
I told Adam it felt like the longest roller coaster.
And it's funny because when she said that, I was like, that would be the most boring roller coaster.
I mean, we were going like 25 miles an hour, but it was so many twists and turns and ups and downs and bumps in the road, and it was a lot.
A little bit of rest helped though.
Yes, laying in the quiet, dark bedroom still was nice.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been cooking for about 30 minutes, and it is creamy in the very best way. Our friend Allison is almost here for dinner, so we are gonna go eat. That means that I'm gonna get bowls out, get spoons out, get everything ready for her to get here. I'll probably pick you guys up later tonight after she leaves. I think we're going to, gosh, what are we gonna do tonight? We're going to eat dinner. I think probably watch a movie. We were gonna record a podcast with her, but I think that is going to wait until later this week, because Sherri's not feeling super good. So Allison and I work together. Allison runs Priceless. She's the executive director of Priceless, which is the anti-trafficking initiative under the nonprofit that I lead. And so January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Very important month, especially for organizations like ours. And so I thought that one of our LeggLife podcasts this month should be all about the issue of trafficking. Kind of walk you through some of the stuff that we do, tell you a little bit about what we see, the things that we look for, sort of a condensed version of even one of the trainings that we do. Just talking all about this issue of trafficking. A lot of you guys have asked kind of specific questions about the work that we do, and I thought, you know what, let's bring Allison over. She and I and Sherri will just kind of have a conversation about it. I think it's going to be really interesting to listen to, and my hope is that it is this coming Saturday's podcast on the LeggLife podcast. So we were going to do that tonight. We'll do it another night later this week. Tonight's just going to be it's going to be a soup, movie, and honestly probably just a lot of conversation, maybe even some board game fun night. I'll pick you guys up later and let you know what happens. All right, well, that was the most random night of all time. Allison was here for how long, Sherri?
7 hours.
7 hours. We played Boggle. We played, what was the other game? Quiddler, which is another word game. We looked through a bunch of like old photos. We looked through our wedding album. Mm-hmm. We watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog from circa 2008, I believe. It was random. We talked for so long. It was just a good night. But it is like 12:30 a.m. We're tired. So we're going to go to sleep. I'm going to pick you guys up in the morning. Well, hello, friends. It is the next day. And full confession, it is technically still the morning. I'm grabbing my phone. But it's 11:30. We slept until 10:45. We kind of just crashed. We needed it, I guess. We are up now. We are going to make breakfast, get our day started. Got some things we need to do today. This is kind of the first full normal week of the new year. You know, we're past the holidays. Vacation is done. And so we're going to get back to like our meal prep routine, kind of planning out our meals, doing all that kind of stuff. So I might need to do a little bit of grocery shopping. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to make some breakfasts for us. Going to make some lunches for us. Going to show you guys all that sort of stuff. So today is going to kind of be the Sunday before returning to normal post-holidays. And so that is our plan today. But first, it's breakfast. And actually, before I make breakfast, I'm going to load the dishwasher because we have a few dishes from last night in the sink. However, in order to load the dishwasher, I need to empty it because all these are clean. So, empty dishwasher, load the dishwasher, get the kitchen back clean, and then breakfast. See, Sherri Beth is tackling laundry. So we have our chores already on a Sunday morning. All right, I'm curious if you all have this problem. So here's our silverware drawer. Like bigger forks, bigger spoons, knives, smaller spoons. We somehow have lost almost all of our smaller spoons. Now, there are some in the sink from soup last night, but somehow.
You want to know the somehow?
Oh no, hold on. Wait, what's the somehow? How do we lose them?
Because I always ask you to put the stuff in the right sink, and you put it in the left sink, and then they go down into the garbage disposal, and you don't see them, and then you turn it off.
So as I was saying, somehow we have lost a bunch of these, apparently by my, you know what's really funny? I thought maybe you had been bringing them to work and just like leaving them there and losing them.
No, I have a set at work.
So I put them in the wrong side of the sink, turned the garbage disposal on, makes them all the edges all nasty, so we toss them.
Yeah.
Somehow we're losing these. We need to go to the store and buy more soon. So that will be an upcoming chores, to buy more small spoons so that Sherri stops losing them.
Oh my gosh.
Breakfast this morning is very fancy. We're doing cereal. We're basically finishing off the cereal we have. Sherri's got her, wait, what are those again?
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Frosted Mini Wheats. My mind just blanked out. I'm going to use the last little bit of our Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Then I'm going to make some toast as well. It is the final regular season Sunday of NFL football, so I have the Seahawks game on. Many of you will know this was my first season as a Seahawks season ticket holder. I've been on the waiting list for a decade. I waited 10 years and finally got to me on the list, and this was my first year being a season ticket holder, and it was a great year. I got to go to 2 games in person, which was amazing, more than I've gone to in a few years for sure. I had a number of friends who got to go have their very first Seahawks experience ever using the tickets, which I love. That was one of my hopes, is that when I can't go to games, I want friends to be able to go and enjoy. I had friends who were able to take their kids and make memories with their kids, and so it was just like year number 1 of being a season ticket holder, huge success. I for sure am going to renew my tickets next year, or it's 2025. I suppose this year. I'm going to renew my tickets this year. I did give away all of my tickets this year. I didn't like sell my tickets at face value or anything like that. I don't know what I'll do year 2. I haven't decided yet. Obviously, it's not cheap to be a season ticket holder, and so if I could just even break even, that'd be amazing. But we will see. I kind of like giving the tickets away to friends, so we'll see what happens this year. But definitely renewing my tickets. The Seahawks not making the playoffs. After this game, their season is over, which is very, very sad. But I'm gonna watch the game for a little while. There are some of my very favorite, like, all-time Seahawks players who today may be their last game ever as a Seahawk. You sports fans will understand what that is like. Okay, so now I'm gonna make some lunches this week, and we're keeping it super simple. Going to make in the air fryer. We have this bag of sheet pan vegetables we get at Costco, and then this bag of rotisserie seasoned chicken breast strips. I love both of these, and I'm actually just going to mix these together and air fry them. I'll show you that here in a second. And I'm not going to season these, because what we will do is just have the chicken and veggies mixed together, and then we can do like teriyaki sauce one day, we can do barbecue sauce on them, we can do like ranch or honey mustard. And so basically just by changing the sauce on these makes you feel like you have totally different meals. It makes it feel like you're not eating the same chicken and vegetables every single day, because that gets boring. Even though you are eating basically the same chicken and vegetables, the sauce changes it. So let's cook these up. Now I'm making a big old batch of this. You can see this is super full. Veggies on the bottom, chicken on the top. I'm gonna cook this for like 15 minutes. It's probably gonna need more because there's so much in here. But what I'll do is like every probably 6 or 7 minutes, I'll stop and I'll kind of like stir it up, mix everything up, and get what's on the bottom on the top, and cook this until it's done. The nice thing, the chicken's fully cooked. And so really we're just kind of warming it up. We're cooking those veggies. So in the air fryer it goes. All right, so this just went off. Ended up being about 20 minutes. But you guys, I think it is all done. The chicken looks done. The veggies look nice and crispy. Look at how good that looks. I think we're ready to dish this up. So here's what I have. I've got these containers that one of you actually sent us for Christmas. Thank you so much. I've got my little scoop here. So now we are just going to kind of fill these up a little bit. I'm not sure how many we're gonna get. I think that's probably good. Look at that. 5 lunches done in 20 minutes. And that looks super, super good. So now I'm gonna put the lids right here on those and get these put away in the fridge. Now project 2 of meal prep for the week. Gonna do some breakfasts. We are gonna do egg bites later. But first, we've got some English muffins to use. We've got some sausage to use. And so I'm actually going to make up like 5 Yes, 5. I was counting how many English muffins I had. I'm gonna make up 5 breakfast sandwiches that I can just like wrap in saran wrap and put in the freezer and then microwave. But to make those, we need to start by making the egg patties. Let me show you. I have these, this silicone egg tray that I bought off of Amazon. I just sprayed it with like a pan, like a cooking spray. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack an egg in 5 of those. And then this gets baked in the oven at about 20 minutes. And then it comes out with like the perfect sized little egg rounds. Isn't that amazing? We showed this before. We used to use this a lot. Haven't used it so much in the last few months. Busting it back out to make some sandwiches. You can see I've got the eggs cracked in there. Now I'm just gonna take a fork, because I don't want like the yolks like that. So I'm not really gonna scramble them. I'm just actually gonna break the yolk, kind of like that, in each of them. And these are actually sausage patties. I just pulled out of the freezer. I have 3 of them left, so I'm gonna cook those up. 3 of them will be sausage, and then I have this fully cooked bacon from Costco. I'll heat that up, so 2 of them will be bacon. So 3 sausage breakfast sandwiches, 2 bacon breakfast sandwiches. I'll put a slice of cheese on there. And here's what's really cool. If you're trying to cut carbs a little bit, maybe go lower carb, or if you're doing keto, which we are not, you can actually, basically these are low carbs. We're just using these low carb, they're like a keto culture English muffins that are really good. So with that muffin, the sausage, the cheese, and the egg patty, it's a great low-carb breakfast. Because I don't know about you guys, but it feels like for us, the last month has been nothing but carbs. Like it has been breads, it has been sweets, it has been pastas, it has been heavy, it has been all of that kind of stuff. Here's the thing, we love all that stuff. We're not cutting that stuff out. We're just gonna try to cut some of that stuff back as we start the new year. Yeah, maybe no pasta for just a little while. And by just a little while, I mean probably a few days. Because let's be honest, you can't live without pasta. Okay, making progress on the sandwiches. Got the bacon done, got the sausage done, got cheese on there, and the eggs just came out. Look at that. Those look pretty nice, huh, Sherri Beth? Mm-hmm. And here's what's great. Just like take this right on the edge. And then look at that. That just like pops right out. Perfect egg round. Okay, come on. Those look amazing. Then we're just gonna put that on like that. That on like that. And then what I will do is I will go through and I'm gonna wrap them up in like aluminum foil and put these in the freezer. Then take these out. And I think these get microwaved for like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, something like that. And breakfast sandwiches, done. Sherri's not a big breakfast sandwich fan, so these are actually more for me. It's one of Sherri's 13 flaws that she doesn't like breakfast sandwiches. Look at this. 5 sandwiches, all in the freezer, done. So I can just grab those, microwave it, good to go. So next we're gonna get started on Sherri's egg bites, but first, we've got like a sink full of dishes from me cooking lunch and my stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're going to, whoa, Sherri. We're gonna empty the dishwasher, because remember it's clean, I washed it earlier today. So we're gonna empty that, load all this stuff back up so that we can make Sherri's egg bites in a clean kitchen. So I love Sunday being food prep day. I've actually missed doing this, but I definitely forgot that when you do food prep day, it's also dishes day. So this is not clean, that's dirty, we're gonna turn that. While I was doing the dishes, Sherri Beth was getting stuff ready for her egg bites. So you've cut up some bacon.
Yep.
Reindeer sausage.
Yep.
Some spinach.
Yep.
We've got some onions.
Yep.
You got cheese.
Yep.
Can't wait to see it. Now we've got some eggs here in our mixing bowl. Sherri Beth is opening cottage cheese, because back when we used to do egg bites, I think it was our friend Sarah who told us that one of her coworkers mixed cottage cheese in with egg bites, and it made them fluffy, which is genius.
And it does.
And it really does. So we're gonna add a couple scoops of cottage cheese into that, and then we've got our immersion blender to attack this, get everything nice and mixed up. Here we go. Now it is Sherri assembling time. So we bought this because we loved how many it made, but we're only gonna make, well, we think we're only gonna make about half. So about 12 this time. But we'll see, we may make more with the number of ingredients Sherri has. I think we're ready to pour the egg, but here's one of the problems we've had, is that when we pour out of this, it kind of like drips down the front.
It makes a mess.
It does make a mess. So I asked Sherri, I was like, what do you think about using one of these bad boys
Worth a try.
It is worth a try. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. Well, I think it's going to work great. Look at that. I'm a genius.
You really are.
And here's what's great is that one like full thing of those is like the perfect amount because egg bites do like puff up a little bit.
So you don't want to fill it all the way up or else it's going to...
Dang. Look at us. Plus you're still going to add some cheese to the top.
Yeah.
Well, we have a little bit of eggs left, so Sherri's filling up some more. We've got some that are going to be just spinach, and you said you're going to do mozzarella cheese with that?
Yeah.
Egg, spinach, and mozzarella cheese. That sounds delicious. Mm-hmm. Are you going to use the leftover bacon, or are you going to save it?
I think we'll save it. We can put it in our soup for dinner.
Oh my gosh, that's right. For dinner tonight, we are basically tackling leftovers. Today's been a day where, yes, getting stuff done for the week, but also we are trying to get rid of stuff that we have in our freezer. In fact, just today, the fridge and freezer, just today, used half the bags of the chicken and veggies for our lunches, used up the bag of the sausage for my breakfast sandwiches, used up a carton of eggs, used up the rest of the bacon, used up the spinach, used up, and so it's like we're getting rid of stuff, which I love. It's one of the things that we're pretty bad at, to be honest with you. A lot of times
we'll use like most of it, and then
a lot of times we default to just like making a grocery list and going to the store rather than saying, okay, what do we have at home that we need to use up first? So we'll try to be better about that in 2025. There's more egg mixture left. Sherri, gonna make more eggs. And we've decided use the bacon because you've got extra eggs that need things.
Yeah.
So there you go. Oh my gosh, look how good this looks. And here's one of the reasons we need to be better about using stuff. The mozzarella cheese we're gonna use, December 5th, 2024. And we were like, well, it might still be fine. We opened it, it's got a smell to it. So, unfortunately, that cheese gonna get tossed. So Sherri's doing the Mexican style cheese from Costco, like a 4-cheese blend. Okay, so this is really funny. We just took these out, they look amazing. Look at these.
What's that one doing?
Looks like a souffle. Actually, it is funny because like they are sinking down now that we took them out. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
You can like actually watch them sink. Amazing. So Sherri's taking them out, putting them on a platter over there. And then there are a few different ways we could do this. So we have a like vacuum sealer. Mm-hmm. If we wanted to save these for like future weeks, we could vacuum seal these, freeze them. But since these are going to basically be this week and next week, I think Sherri Beth's going to put like half of them in the fridge. Mm-hmm. Are you going to put them in like packs of 2, do you know yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's what you typically eat, 2 for a breakfast. And then the other ones are going to, oh geez, that got really bright. The other ones are going to go in the freezer, just in like a freezer bag.
Yeah, just for like a week, and we'll take them out next weekend and use the rest of them next week.
They look so good though. Mm-hmm. These are among the best looking egg bites we've made.
I agree.
So what we're doing is that this week, the ones you're going to use this week, we're just putting in like snack bags. Mm-hmm. You can see 2 fit perfect in there. And then these will just go in the fridge. Every morning you can grab a snack bag and then microwave it for breakfast. Look at that. Sherri Beth, what do you think?
I think that's great.
So, breakfast all week for me done. Lunches all week for Sherri and I done. Breakfast for Sherri for like 2 weeks done. That feels so good.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I feel like what we made is pretty healthy, which I love. It's hopefully going to keep us from running to fast food or door dashing stuff.
Sugar cereal.
Sugar cereal, exactly. Now we don't have anything planned for dinners. However, I still have to go to the store later today, and so we're probably going to sit down and make like a dinner menu, and I'll buy that stuff at the store, so at least we know what we're having this week. And for the second time today, we are going to run the dishwasher. It's not totally full, but it's got the air fryer stuff in there, so
yeah,
kind of full. There we go. So it is 3:30. By 3:30, we have all of our meal prep done. I got to watch the Seahawks game. Seahawks won. 10-win season. Didn't make the playoffs. That's a bummer. But they have a new head coach this year. First Seahawks head coach in history to win 10 games in his inaugural season. So that's a good thing, I think. And now we get to kind of just rest. We have one load of laundry to put away. I seriously think that's everything, though. The house is clean. I vacuumed yesterday. We cleaned yesterday. We get to have a relaxing Sunday evening. I have to go to the store, which very relaxing for me. I won't make Sherri go because it is not relaxing for her. I know it's January, but if we're gonna have the trees up, we've gotta have the trees on. I don't know why we didn't light them today. That's better. Sherri Beth's got a fire in the fireplace over here, getting ready for a nice cozy Sunday evening. But we're gonna tackle this. It is the last bit of clothes, and then all of our clothes in the whole house are clean and put away. Did you just throw a sock at me?
I don't want to clothes.
You don't want to put clothes away? Mm-hmm. Okay, well then I'll go ahead and put them all away while you sleep on them. Mm-hmm. Ta-da! Almost done. My clothes are done and put away. Sherri's just finished up her stuff. Gotta put last couple sweaters in her little sweater basket here. And then all laundry will be finished. All right, we're going to continue listening to the Telepathy Tapes. This is the podcast we started listening to on the drive yesterday. We didn't make it all the way through episode 2, so we're going to finish just like the last 20 minutes or so. Kind of kick back and listen to a podcast while the fire goes. Tonight for dinner is leftover night. We've got, of course, soup from last night. We've got, I don't even remember what this was. We went to a Thai restaurant. Wow. Thai restaurant a couple nights ago, and this is what Sherri got.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was delicious.
Amazing. And then leftovers from our New Year's Eve trip to Applebee's, which you guys don't know about. We actually did spend part of our New Year's Eve at Applebee's, America's Neighborhood Grill, I believe they call it. And we were there for a while, hung out with a friend, talked a bunch. And Sherri has some of her leftover, like, chicken Alfredo, broccoli, pasta thing. So we're going to just have leftovers, try to continue to clear out some of the fridge. It also makes for a very easy dinner. Well, you can see the fire has been reduced to coals because the night and the fire both coming to an end. We listened to the rest of that podcast, then we listened to another episode. We are both, I think, hooked. Absolutely fascinating. So fascinating. Dinner was delicious, which was great, and then just kind of have hung out. Today feels like a really productive day. It feels like a good start to a new year. And I know that we're several days into the new year, but I kind of feel like this Monday, like this day is the real start. Where, like I said earlier, we're past all the holidays, we're into the new year, and so this is like ready, set, go, week 1. And I feel like we are starting the week in a good place. Sherri Beth's working from home a couple days this week. I think maybe most of the week. We are expecting some interesting weather. I will say that. Tomorrow, or Monday, as many of you are watching, Sherri saw on the weather forecast earlier that we could get wind gusts up to like 85 miles an hour here in Anchorage. Wind gusts up to 100 down like 45 minutes south of us. Weather is supposed to increase, like weather, the temperature is supposed to increase. We're supposed to get temperatures into the 40s, like mid 30s, low 40s, which is crazy for January.
With snow and freezing rain.
With snow and freezing rain. So think about that. Windstorm up to 85 miles an hour, snow, freezing rain, temperatures in the 40s. What the heck? You can see the night sky outside here off the balcony. On New Year's Eve, we actually stood right here and watched fireworks go off all around the city and the northern lights dancing in the sky above us. In fact, I'll include a photo right here that we posted over on our Instagram story. It's a photo we took right here off our balcony of the northern lights in the night sky on New Year's Eve. How cool is that? All right, Sherri Beth, are you ready for the new year? Ready to get back to work? Vacation's over, holidays are over.
Yeah, I mean, I had to work last week, but you didn't, so I feel like it's already started for me, but I am ready for, like, I feel like this is, because we did, like, the meal prep and that kind of stuff, I feel like we're kind of back in, like, our actual routine.
Which is kind of nice. There really is something about routine that just feels settling. Like,
Yeah.
it feels very, like, normal.
I agree.
I do have one more thing to share, and this is a very exciting thing for those of us here in Alaska. So December 21st was winter solstice, shortest day of the year. Obviously, one of the things Alaska is known for is our extreme darkness in winter months, and we have certainly felt it this winter. However, you guys, this is so exciting. We are now gaining daylight, and we're not gaining a little bit of daylight, like we're gaining quite a bit. In fact, by next Sunday, so a week from today when I'm filming this, we will have about 30 minutes more daylight than we do today in just 1 week. So every single day we are now gaining minutes more daylight, which adds up so quickly. I mean, again, in a week we'll have 30 minutes more. And so I'm so happy about that. I've noticed the difference already, and I'm not mad about it. It means that there is light literally at the end of the tunnel. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us. This is us, like Sherri said, back in our routine, and we're really, really, really glad to be back in the routine. Very, very glad that we got meal prep stuff done, house cleaning stuff done, laundry done. We even got to get out and go to Palmer, go on a drive on a beautiful day, go to a bookstore, meet a dog in a Sasquatch shop. Are you kidding me? What is better? A dog in a Sasquatch shop. What's better than that? I don't know. Nothing. You guys, we love you. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.